Good morning, rolling up and down each of those fingers, cross the knuckles, and on the thumb pads, and the pads of the pinky. And let's try the fingers today. We're going to press down on the finger, the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. And the other hand. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more traction on the pinky since I started doing this. And pinky. Let's go around the back. And switch. And switch. 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 And through the legs. Switch. 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 And we're up, assessing where our feet are, how they feel. Ankles, knees, and hips, of course, also. Pressing down on the ball right in the middle. 1, 2, 3. To the knuckles. Once across. Rotate on the heel. Slide it down each of the bones. And swivel. Three, 2, 1, reassess. And move it to the other foot. Going across the knuckles. And sliding it down the bone. Alaska. And swiveling. Two, 1. Let's get that ball out of the way. Reassess. And do some wood chops. 7 through the middle and then 7 on each side. Come right out and shake the tree. And center. 2 deep breaths. And twist it the waist, swinging the arms. And center. Ocean wave breathing. And center. Fingers and thumb behind the back. Step out and gather in starlight. Keep doing. Other side. And center. Nice breath. Watching in place or jogging. Excuse me. Swallowed the wrong way there. Okay. So today we're going to do the Zach Bush 4-minute routine with or without weights. Modify however you'd like. So we'll be doing some squats. You may not want to do rapid squats here. And we did some wood chops. I don't leave side jacks. Sprinting. Or just doing what you're doing. Be safe. Do it for 25. I'll do side jacks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hey. 25 and 2 deep breaths. Interlacing the hands, bringing them up. reaching for the sky. Going back into extension. Squeezing. Coming back to center. Bending to one side. And then the other. Centering. Coming down. Pressing out at the chest. Really separating those scapula. Coming down. Bringing your hands in front and coming up again. Pressing out, separating the scapula, hold. And down. One more time, up. And down. Hands interlaced behind the back. Same thing, up. But now we're squeezing the scapula together. And down. And up. And down. Let's shrug it out. And roll them back. And roll forward. Got to mention the after class today is some rolling. Starting with the ball. If you don't have a roller, we'll do some work with the ball. If you'd like to stick around, let's extend and rotate. And the other direction. One palm up, one palm down, and flip-flop. Bring one arm across the body right below the neck, press at the elbow. And then the other. And then bring one arm behind the back. Press down. And then the other. And let's rotate the neck. Other direction. Nod. Go ear to shoulder both ways. Look over your shoulder. And then the other shoulder. Look up. And down. Go into a side lunge. And then the other direction on the lunge. Turn to the side and press back on the heel. You could, if you have a wall and you want to lean against the wall, you could do that. Stretching the calf. Other way. Come around. Hinge at the waist. Slowly go down. Knees aren't locked, but they're not bent. Just go down as far as you can, feeling the stretch in the hamstring. And slowly come up. And let's grab a stick. So we're going to start with some bicep curls. We'll do 12. 1, 2. And 12. And then we're going to do some rows. So reverse your grip. Your palms are facing in towards the body. You're going to hinge at the waist, go down, and bring it up. So your elbows are coming up close to your ribs. Your spine is in neutral. Your head is not bent. Ten, 11, and 12. We're going to do a shoulder press, so bring it up to your shoulders. We'll go up. 1, 2, 3. 12. We're going to do an upright row. So come down and bring it up with your elbows coming out. And one more. And then let's get down on the ground. I'll switch the camera. And we're going to do some bench presses. So you can put the soles of your feet on the floor, the bar at your chest, and just come up. 1, 2, 11, and 12. And then sit up. Put the stick a little bit in front of you. Cross your legs. one hand is down, one leg is up as high as, one hand is up as high as it'll go. And you're gonna twist towards the stick and bring your arm back, stretching both your shoulder and your side, and hold. And then come back up and bring the stick to the other side. Again, it's about even with your knee. One hand is low, one hand is as high as you can go. Look back as your arm stretches back. And then come back up. We'll stand up. I'm going to switch the camera back. And we're going to put the stick in front of us and go up on our toes for 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, and then back on our heels. "13, 14, and 15, and we'll put the stick down, and we're going to do the Zach Bush 4 minutes. 4 exercises. You can use weights or not. We start with squats, 12 of those. And we raise our hands one by one. Then we go around the clock with our fist or with the weights, or you can go through the middle if that's easier on your shoulders, or you can alternate as I will do. And then finally, the military press, which we just did, but you can do them with barbells or just your fists. We'll do 3 sets of 12. I'll go a little bit faster each time, starting with the squats now. 1, 2, 12, and raise each hand. And around the clock. Military press. "11 and 12. Nice deep breaths. Shake it out. And we'll get ready for round 2. Just a tad bit faster. Ready? Squats. And then we'll go through the middle, or I'm going to go through the middle. You can do whatever feels right for you. And 12, and a press. And 12. Shake it out. Couple of breaths. And back to squats. Well, around the clock. And a military press. 12 more, and we're done. Eleven. Woo. All right. Very good. Couple of nice deep breaths. Shake it out. Let's do some heel to toe walking. Yeah, you can be next to a wall. You can be holding on to a stick. Just focus on a point straight ahead of you. Hold your hands out. You can either go backwards or turn around, whatever feels most comfortable to you. Remember that a wobble is okay. Just make sure you can catch yourself. And we're going to come forward, and if you want to progress it, look to one direction and then the other as you step. And if that's too easy, or not enough of a challenge is what I should say, you can do it with your eyes closed. And that should be a challenge. And back, either turning around or going backwards. And then coming to a standstill and rubbing those hands together to cultivate some chi. Forming a chi ball and utilizing that new balance that we just cultivated in moving the weight from one foot to the other like water flowing. Side to side. Let's taking me down, it's taking me up, it's taking me over here. And center. 2 breaths. And let's open our hearts. Pausing and sending it out. Two breaths. And bring it down, heavenly chi.
Are we done?
And we'll go down and we'll gather it up.
No. Go back first.
Beautiful view. And keep gathering. And namaste.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome, Marlene. Take care. Give my best to
You
Bill.
too. I will.
Good morning, y'all. Nice to see you. Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome, Jeannie. Take care, Ken.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, Hal. So long, I guess, or no? I'm going to do some rolling. Starting with the ball, and you can use either the hard roller or soft roller. Probably if you have a choice, I'd go with the hard roller, but the soft roller is fine. We're going to do the deltoids behind the shoulder, the lats, and then the posterior hip on the side. So we're going to get the outside of the body today. I'm going to go down on the ground. And we're going to start with the ball. And I'm grabbing actually a really hard ball, a lacrosse ball, for my deltoids, which really need to be loosened up. What you want to do is put this right behind the shoulder joint and move it around until you find a tender spot. Now, you can put the soles of your feet on the floor if you want, which will lessen the pressure on the shoulder, or extend them out and lean into it if you need more pressure. So you're rolling around, you're finding that tender spot. Once you find it, keep your arm extended out to the side and lean into it as to a tolerable point and hold. And then just bring your arm, flex it 3 or 4 times. And then just roll that ball around a little bit more. That whole muscle. And then we'll go to the other side and do the same. Behind the joint, move it around, looking for that tender spot, found it, extending my arm out, leaning into it. Breathing into it. Flexing the arm 3 or 4 times. And rolling the ball around. All right. Now you want to get the roller. Actually, for the lats, if you have a choice, the soft roll is probably going to be easier on you. So you want to get it right underneath your armpit here, on your side. You got one leg with the sole on the floor, so you can use it to move back and forth. And if you find the tender spot again, lean into it. I'm not really finding anything here, so I'm just going to continue to roll. But if you do, wait and lean into it. And then you can flex that arm on that tender spot if you found it. And then let's go to the other side. You don't want to go below the rib cage. Kind of feel where that muscle ends. Same thing, I'm just rolling. I'm not finding a real tender spot, but they get tight. And then I'm gonna flex my arm 3 or 4 times. And then I'm gonna get up on all 4s, keep my hands on the roller, and slide out, sort of like in a child's pose in yoga, back and forth on my forearms, stretching out that deltoid and the shoulder. Just rolling back and forth. And then finally, the hips. And you can do this with a roller. And I do like the harder roller for this. Or you can do it with a ball. And just sit on it. And I'd lean to one side, your hands are behind you. Get you to the side. and roll back and forth. And I lean a little bit more to my side. And that's where I find you get the tender spots. So there, you might want to sit and lean into it. Gluteus medius up on top here, on the side. And you could flex your leg coming in and out. Roll a little more. And come up. And we'll go to the other side. Starting in the meaty part in the middle. But then leaning towards the side and up. Leaning into the tender spot or a tender spot and holding. Breathing into it. Flexing my leg. And giving it one last roll. And coming up. So hopefully you're a little looser at the corners. Everybody good?
Great, Tom.
Oh, good, good.
I always need it in my shoulders and my hips. So thank you.
Yeah, me too. And I got a game tonight, so it'll help.
Okay.
I'll do it again. I hope I do if it doesn't rain.
Good
All
luck.
right.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you so much. Thank you, Tom.
Take care. See you tomorrow. Hal, see you Saturday.
Bye-bye, T.
Bye-bye.